and welcome to W3L Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L network. Of course, I'm Stevie Wizard, and yes, we are racing towards Wrestlution 10. It's our biggest event of the year. It happens on September 30th at the Brunton in Musselburgh, and if you want to be a part of it, and why wouldn't you, go to W3LWrestling.com right now, get your tickets, and yeah, if you use Showdown as a coupon code, you'll get 20% off them. Now, 2 matches have already been announced. I'll recap them a little later on. But I want to tell you a bit about this week's match. We're going to be seeing Leah Owens. She's not been on Showdown for a while, but she'll be in action this week taking on Debbie Sharpe. If you're not a regular viewer of W3L or Wrestling Showdown, and to be honest, why aren't you? What else are you going to do with your life? You may be surprised as to why Leah Owens is wearing a mask. If you don't know, then go back to the episodes, I'll explain it there. But in short, thanks to losing to her twin sister Casey Owens, our Championship Showdown special, Leah has been forced to wear a mask as a result of that pre-match stipulation. This has hindered her game plan in some cases. We've seen in a previous episode of Wrestling Showdown that she had problems seeing through the mask, but she's becoming more adjusted to wearing it, more used to it. But will it still play a factor in her match when she takes on Debbie Sharpe this week? Why don't we both find out? Let's head down to ringside for this week's match.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a singles contest.
Gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with you on Wrestling Showdown. We have some women's action for you. Actually, the first women's match on Showdown since May, believe it or not. And we have in the black a relative newcomer to W3L in the form of Debbie Sharpe, who's trying to get cheered by the fans and feeling miserably. Of course, her opponent, I'm sure you're very familiar with, the masked Leah Owens. I'm sure you know exactly why Leah Owens wears that mask as a result of her match against twin sister Casey Owens back at our Championship Showdown special in April. And this crowd have not taken to Debbie Sharpe whatsoever. It sounds like somebody's left their phone on. I assume they're perhaps phoning to say they want rid of Debbie Sharpe, but it's going to take more than that. But this crowd do not like her. Debbie Sharpe, a relative newcomer, like I said, to W3L. She's only appeared a couple of times before. She actually debuted back in December in Kinghorn, managing Matsuo Kazuma, of all things. She wrestled her on-off friend come ally Sami Jane in Edinburgh in February. As the bell finally rings to get this match underway. Debbie Sharpe and Sami Jane, I'm sure you know that they're occasionally allies or sometimes enemies. It's an odd relationship. Something quite similar, I think, almost to both Leah and Casey Owens. And I do wonder if perhaps Debbie Sharpe's fallen into the same trap that Casey did, because if you saw Remedy, and I'm sure you have by now, then you'll know that Casey was almost jealous of Leah Owens' success in W3L and wanted a piece of that for herself. I think maybe Debbie's feeling the same about Sami Jane, so she's come in here this week on the Showdown to establish herself, and who better to try and establish herself against than Leah Owens, who just runs Debbie Sharpe right into the corner
and now mess with her hair. And a drop kick immediately sends Debbie Sharpe to the floor. She didn't enjoy that one. This is why Leah Owens became such a popular women's champion, as they're racing around the building. Right, just racing past the camera there, ladies and gentlemen. The chase is on. And Debbie went for the elbow, but Leah Owens one step ahead. But she took too long getting in, and Debbie Sharpe drove her down with that facebuster. Immediately goes to the first cover of the match. Now, Debbie Sharpe has been referring to herself recently in W3L as the Tormentor, much to the chagrin of W3L Action Academy trainee Jamie Jones, who's also called the Tormentor. You may remember him from the Battle Royal a couple of months back for the #1 contendership to the heavyweight title. So there's an issue between them, it has to be said. But that almost shows the new attitude of Debbie Sharpe. She's going to torment her opponents, damage them, hurt them, do whatever it takes to win. And you see she's been all out with the assault on Leah Owens here. Debbie Sharpe gets hold of her, going for a vertical suplex. That's exactly what it is. Getting herself a 2 count there. Leah Owens last appeared on Showdown back in April, actually wrestling Sami Zayn, oddly enough, getting a victory in that contest, but she's not been seen since, although she has been keeping active, of course, in W3L and beyond. These two no strangers to each other. Certainly Leah Owens becoming no stranger to the sole of Debbie Sharpe's foot there. They've wrestled in various places outside W3L as well, so they do know what the other can bring. But of course, Leah Owens, remember, wears a mask here in W3L due to those stipulations in the match with her twin sister Casey, and it's thrown her off slightly, although she has been getting more used to it. Debbie Sharpe in that forearm now, what she's going to set for. Create some distance. And Leah Owens with that spin kick in the sunset flip. And a super kick of Debbie Sharpe's right between the eyes. But you see Leah Owens sitting up. Hang on. Pinfall attempt here. And the one thing that has been noticeable to many of you fans in W3L, indeed a lot of people as well, is that since having to wear that mask, Leah Owens has become more aggressive, it seems, and much more difficult to hold down, always constantly fighting back to her feet. I think that her pride has taken a massive dent, having to wear a mask, as Debbie Sharpe gives her a massive dent between the shoulder blades. And Sharpe's going to find accounting for herself, goes in for the cover yet again. But once more Leah Owens kicks out. And that's what I'm talking about. She's becoming difficult to put down, difficult to gain some momentum over, because she's constantly fighting back to her feet, engaging a much more vicious style, maybe you could say, more tenacious, if that isn't going to set Johnny Lyons after me. Leah Owens is proving to be a difficult customer for pretty much every opponent now, and wearing that mask has really changed her a bit for the better. As she runs through Debbie Sharpe with those clothes, and another drop kick, and yeah, again Debbie Sharpe rolling out the way. Owens with a massive shoulder block, and Debbie Sharpe holding on to her ropes for dear life. You see in the background the Resolution 10 banner. Both of these women want to be in a prime match at Resolution 10, and that reverse neckbreaker may have just sealed the fate of Leah Owens. Debbie Sharpe's rolled the wrong way, unfortunately, otherwise that may have got her a pinfall. Referee Callum Lyons applying the 10 count. Sharpe being the first to get back to her feet, it looks like. This will be a massive victory for Debbie Sharpe. She can defeat Leah Owens here this week in the Showdown. Super kick blocked, bicycle kick, and Debbie Sharpe rolling the floor, trying to create some distance yet again. That seems to be the best thing, and hang on, Callum Lyons holding it, Leah Owens back. Debbie Sharpe's disappearing in the ring, it looks like. Now I don't know if that's a wise move, mainly because Jamie Jones would be heading under there, But Debbie Sharpe has disappeared from view. Leah Owens doesn't know where she's gone. The crowd are trying to tell her. Same with the downside to the mask is that her peripheral vision is hampered somewhat. Even the referee's having a look. And Debbie Sharpe is... hang on, you can just see on the right of your screen. She's proving to be really sneaky here, ladies and gentlemen. Creeping back into the ring. Leah Owens doesn't know it. Look at her creeping like a pantomime villain. And a roll up. Debbie Sharpe's going to have this match won. But Leah Owens kicking out. Takes down Debbie Sharpe and applies a Jujigatame across Debbie Sharpe's bad shoulder. She's got that cross arm lock locked in. Referee in prime position. Is Debbie Sharpe going to hold on? No, she doesn't. She submits. So Leah Owens gains a big victory here this week on Wrestling Showdown.
Leah Owens there, showing that the mask she's been forced to wear is not hindering her in any way, shape or form. You know that she is gunning for her twin sister Casey Owens, who currently holds the women's title, and I'm sure both of them would love to be part of Wrestlution 10. But if you want to know who will be part of Wrestlution 10, then I can tell you, as I'm sure you know, Mike Musso and Nathan Reynolds will renew their rivalry on September 30th in the Brunton and Musselburgh. They have a lot to prove to themselves, to the fans. It's going to be fantastic. Make sure you're there for that match. Of course, you can get your tickets from our website. The other match that we've already announced is for the heavyweight title. Joey Legend takes on Joe Coffey. This is a match everybody wants to see, and if you want to see it, then again, go to our website and get your tickets from there. And then after you've done that, why not tweet about it and give us a follow on Twitter. Go to our Facebook, click on the events page, let everybody know that you're going to Wrestlution 10. Use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. Ladies and gentlemen, Coffey versus Legend is a massive contest for W3L, but both men need to make this official. There's a contract to be signed, and both men are about to do that. So let me hand you over to the House of Smith, where we will see the official main event contract signing between Joey Legend and Joe Coffey for their match at Wrestlution 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are graced by the presence of the notorious nobleman, Lucian Maynard Smith. And I am a very, very, very proud Englishman. An Englishman has a very special edition of the House of Smith today. I have not one guest, but two guests. Introducing first, your W3L heavyweight champion, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joe E. Legend. people are chanting, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, because that's who he thinks he is. They're trying to get under his skin, trying to distract him. But no matter how much they chant, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, I am the true Iron Man. And I will kick his sorry backside all over this ugly country of yours. I will knock all of his teeth out, well, let's face it, he's Scottish, both of his teeth out. And I will beat him 1, 2, 3. I'm tired of him threatening me. He hasn't got a top match yet. I've not signed a contract. That's what we're here for today. I'm going to sign a contract, but this is going to be on my terms. I'm the champ. He is not to lay a glove on me. If this big, dumb, ugly punk decides to put a hand on me, no championship match. I won't sign the contract if he decides to take a shot at me. No matter how many people are chanting for the Iron Man, no matter how many people are asking me to punch me, I won't do it. So when you get him out here, you make sure he has good manners to listen to who the real champion is and sign that contract accordingly. Very well said, I might say, by your W3L heavyweight champion.
Come on, make some noise for you. Do it!
Now introducing to you my second guest on the house list, my number one contender for big W3L heavyweight champion, the Iron Man, Joseph Coffey. Now, Mr. Coffey, you are the number one contender for the W3L heavyweight championship. You won the 7 Deadly Sins tournament. In fact, you even beat me in the first round. And I'll admit you were the better man against me. But at Wrestlution, on Friday, September 30th at the Brunton Hall in Musselburgh, the £1 million question is, will you be the better man against the current W3L heavyweight champion?
No, you won't. No, you won't. I'm the man.
Well, first of all, before I answer that question, how dare you, Joe Legend, insult every single one of these people? You said that you have beat everyone up and down this horrible country. And if this country's so horrible, then why are you here with that title belt? When there's one person that you haven't faced, that you haven't beat, and that is the Iron Man, Joe Coffey. And I know as you were saying, you know, Iron Man, but I will not have my name banded about here, willy-nilly. You don't deserve to come out and call me out. After you've been ducking challenge after challenge, after you've been laid people out in stretchers, well, I'm the one man, I'm the Iron Man that is not going to be walking out there, or rolled out there, if you will, in a stretcher. So I'm here, and right here we have a contract for that heavyweight title championship. So I'm going to do what everyone has been waiting for, and I'm going to sign it. You can witness this, Mr. Smith or Smythe, whatever your name is, I'm not too fussed. So there we go, Joe Coffey, title challenger. There we go, signed and dated. Now, Mr. Legend, if you would like to do the honour, take this pen, sign your name to it, and we can get this on. Are you going to sign this? Should he sign